This is Module 4, Lesson 11, titled Factoring Expressions. Goal of this lesson, I can rewrite an expression using GCF and the distributive property. Make sure that you pause the video whenever you need to, and make sure that you're taking good notes throughout the video. Let's begin with example number 1. This tells us to use the model to answer the following questions. We have a tape diagram or a bar model, and it first asks us how many 5s are in the model. Well, we can see that there's a 5 there and there's a 5 there, so that means there are 2 5s in that model. How many 3s are in the model? I see 2 3s as well. So it next wants to know, what does this expression represent in words? Well, notice that we have 2 5s put together, and we also have 2 3s put together. Since we're putting them together, we're going to be doing some adding. So we could say that this model represents the sum of 2 groups of 5 and 2 groups of 3. We're adding, because we got them to put together, 2 groups of 5, that would be the left 2 bars, and 2 groups of 3, the right 2 bars. Now, what expression could be written to represent this model? We could say we have a 2 plus 5, that would be our, 2 times 5, that would be our 2 groups of 5, and then we have 2 groups of 3, 2 times 3, and we're putting that together, the sum of 2 groups of 5 plus 2 groups of 3. Now the next model in part B is a little different. The order is a little different if you look carefully. Again, it asks how many 5s are in the model. And again, I see 2 of them. And next wants to know how many 3s are in the model. And again, I see 2 of them. Now, what does this expression mean in words? Notice we've got a 5 and a 3 together on the left side, and we have another 5 and a 3 together on the right side. So basically, what we have are 2 groups of the sum of 5 plus 3. Now, what expression could be written to represent this model? 2 groups of 5, the sum of 5 and 3. So 2 times 5 plus 3. The 5 plus 3 is the sum of 5 plus 3, and then 2 groups of that would be 2 times that. I don't need a symbol in between them because I'm multiplying. Now on the next page, it asks, is the model in part A equivalent to the model in part B? And we can say yes, it is, and we know this because both have 2 5s and 2 3s. The next question, what relationship do we see happening on either side of the equal sign? Well, if we think about it, that first expression that we wrote for the first model was 2 times 5 plus 2 times 3. And the second model we wrote was 2 times the sum of 5 plus 3. And we said that they're equal to one another. So we're going to say that is the relationship. Those 2 expressions are equal to one another. Finally, in letter E, it says in grade 5 and in module 2 of this year, you have used similar reasoning to solve problems. What is the name of the property that is used to say that 2 times the quantity 5 plus 3 is the same as 2 times 5 plus 2 times 3? We can say that is the distributive property. So in this module, we are going to use the distributive property to change and find equivalent expressions that involve multiplication
and addition.